Hello, my name is Bernardo and welcome to your greatlifetv.com. Today's episode is how bright is your light shining lately? And the reason why I deliberately added the word lately in here is kind of like a trick question for you. A lot of people get to think that lately is different than forever. They get to think that lately is okay if it's not shining bright lately because someday it will. And I'm here to tell you that that's a bunch of BS. And that today is really the only moment that you have, and you never know if it's your last moment or if it's one of many that you'll have for the future. So because you only know that you have right now, I'm going to ask you and challenge you to really answer this question for you. It's not a hypothetical question. I want you to, in your mind, come back with an answer as how brightly you're shining. Do you have a bonfire? Do you have fireworks? Do you have an Olympic flame? Or do you have a small candle? Do you have a big candle? Do you have a medium-sized candle right now? How much shine are you exuding into the world right now? And once you have an answer, I want you to put it into one of two places. Your answer is A, you're shining as brightly as you effing can. And in which case, my challenge for you is very simple. I want you to really discover what is your strategy right now, because life is peaks and valleys, and you may be going through a peak right now. You will go through a valley at some point. It's inevitable. It's life. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just telling you how it is. So when you go through that valley and you feel the emotions, because it's important to feel them, but you want to get yourself out, you need to find a strategy. You need to find out what you're doing right now in order to duplicate it in the future. That's the first thing you want to do. Second thing you want to do is, as you discover your strategy, I want you to share it with at least one person whose light is not shining as brightly as yours. And not in a way where you're telling them, hey, be like I am, do this, but just share with them in a fun and easy way what you're doing right now. Just share, hey, this is what I'm doing right now. Don't tell them that they have to do it. Don't tell them that you're telling them that they do it. Just share with them what you're doing right now and see how it resonates with them. Second part of this challenge is, if you answered, my light is not really shining as bright as it possibly can, then I want you to try a different approach. A lot of people want to make their light shine very brightly, and they focus on one primary force or reason of why they're doing something. Sometimes they don't even focus on that. So sometimes just getting yourself back and focusing on why you're doing what you're doing, why you really want with all your heart to share your gifts, that will get you to do it. But if you have one primary reason for this, I want you to kick it up a notch. And I want you to take 5 minutes to fully connect to as many reasons in different areas of your life as possible as to why you're doing what you're doing and why you want to connect with others by shining as brightly as possible. And I want you to include physical reasons and areas of health and vibrancy. I want you to add financial reasons. I want you to add spiritual reasons. I want you to think about it in terms of your contribution to the ones you love and to humanity as a whole. I want you to think about your own growth. How much are you growing or not growing when your light is shining really brightly or being dim? So I want you to really take it as many angles as you can and combine them into an emotion, into a feeling, into a state. So get yourself, close your eyes for 5 minutes, just do that. And once you have a multiple set of reasons why you want to do this, then I want you to go out and shine as brightly as you can, and then do the first challenge that I gave you, which is share with others how they can do the same thing. Pretty much all that I have for you today, but I would love for you to come back and just, number one, share with me how brightly you're shining today, and two, what is it that you could do if you really wanted to shine as brightly as possible? What are some of those reasons that you could use in any of the areas that you want? You don't have to share all the areas with, but just one area that's strong enough for you to change your attitude or change your behavior or change your thinking or change your actions so that you can combust into the universe with as much force as possible. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this with you, and I challenge you as always to live a full and a conscious life.